With that being said, it is my honor and pleasure to bring on our next speaker, Bobby Perry from Bobby Perry Films, an amazing individual doing some great things. And I cannot wait to hear his presentation today. He has come on today to really give us some tips and strategies. Bobby, it is a pleasure to have you on today. Hello, how are you?
Hi guys, I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Thank you so much for your patience backstage. We appreciate it.
Of course, so much amazing talent and wisdom and so much art in one space. It's just amazing.
The floor is all yours, Bobby. Take it away.
Thank you. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Bobby Perry. I am the CEO of BPerryFilms, which is named after me, Bobby Perry, but everyone refers to me as Bobby L. Perry for performance reasons. And I'm also the artistic creator of the Artistic Creator Academy, which is trademarked, and it's just an amazing platform to bring back art into the community and connect with people in a personal way. I wanted to thank everyone who got me to be a part of this, being a part of something that's annual every year, the annual Global Healing Motivational Summit. Like, that's big, and it just feels like so much pressure and so much love and support from all the artists and all the entertainers and public speakers in the background. We're all watching each other and watching each other grow. The topic that I wanted to share today is creating your narrative story. And what does that mean? I have a background in performing arts. Everyone knows me as a dancer and choreographer based in Boston, Mass. And my career started at age 3. I came from a performing arts home. My sisters used to do tap, jazz, ballet, and all that good stuff. And I told my parents, I want to do that too. So we went to go see the Nutcracker for the first time. And it was just mind blowing being able to see that art, being able to see the lighting, the costumes, the musicality, the sequences, and all that. And when you're at that young age, you don't really understand everything that's going on. But in that moment, I felt like I understood the whole story and how it brought me to life and how it started my career. I went to Elliott Church School for musical theater, and that's where I got my stepping stone, acting, dancing, and singing. I prefer just dancing because it just brought me to light. It was my comfort zone, and I grew up on stage. So it was just like an amazing opportunity. I later joined so many dance organizations, step team, dance team. I remember going to see the Alvin Ailey performance for the first time. There was Revelations and another piece that I can't think of at this moment that resonated with me. Seeing people that look like me from different shades, different colors, different countries, different states. And I wanted to have that same impact. And I started my art as a choreographer. I used all the money that I did from chores around the house, buying costumes, lighting equipment, lights, gels, music, everything was paid by me. And I used to have these announcements from my family saying, come see me perform at the house. We're going to have live entertainment, me performing, my nephew also helping around the house, and also my family watching the performance. There was about 10 to 20 people jammed into one room, and I would put on about an hour, hour and a half performance, all choreographed by me. And it just felt like home. And I used to charge $10 for kids and $20 for adults. And people like, what? Yeah, definitely a businessman. I took everything seriously. And I've been choreographing ever since. I went to Boston Arts Academy for dance. There were hundreds of students, thousands of students looking to get that opportunity to perform on stage. I joined Ailey Camp, Act 2, Uptown Dance Studio, Originations, much more, and got opportunities to showcase my craft. I worked for a cable station called Boston Neighborhood Network, and I wanted to learn about the behind the scenes, learn what the technicians did to make us look good on camera. We learned about storytelling, we learned about lighting, we learned about sound, we learned how to make a commercial ourselves, and made a 30-minute segment that was aired all over Boston neighborhood. And it just felt like I'm really starting something, and it just clicked. I remember when I turned 16, after performing and being on TV, being in the newspaper, and I just wanted to grow even more. And I don't like speaking about myself that much, but it was a very humbling experience. And everyone's like, you were on TV, you did this, you do that. And I'm just like, I'm focused on the next thing. I'm grateful for this opportunity. This is just a stepping stone to something greater. I remember at age 16 as well, that I ran into creator's block, choreographer block, and I couldn't compose any work for some reason. And we had a master class with Desmond Richardson from Complexions Dance Company Ballet, based in New York. He had came to the school, and I remember taking this class and feeling empowered. Someone that looked like me, delegating different roles to everybody, connecting with people on a personal level. And I remember when the class was over, I was thanking him for everything, and I had a quick question for him. I said, question, how do you get out of creator's block? Because I can't get out of it. I feel like I'm in a rut, and I have so much going on. And he's just like, just relax, just breathe. Everything is going to take its course, and you're going to be great. You're going to do fantastic. And I just remember that. By age 17, going on age 18, I believe. I'm trying to remember the years, but it was my senior year of college in 2011. I remember writing a list when I was at age 8. I used to have these affirmations of things that I wanted to do. They could be extravagant, but I had to do everything on that list, whether it's traveling to different states, getting my degrees, pursuing dance, moving out. I had everything written down. I remember at age 10, I had wrote down a list saying that I wanted to move out to New York at age 25. I wanted to pursue dance full time. I wanted to start my own business. I wanted to visit at least 30 states by the time I hit 30. But due to COVID, I had to put that on hold, safety first, and it's important to put yourself first. And like I said, it was a big, hard decision. On senior year of school, I felt I needed something outside of dance. What if something happens? What if I get an injury? What if I lose a passion or anything else? I applied to 20 schools in 1 month, right before the deadlines were due. I got into the top 3 schools that I wanted. I didn't care about anyone else saying denied to whatever, because that didn't matter to me. I applied to IT to Tech for technology. I applied for Johnson & Wales for business. And then I applied for Dean College for both dance and business. And of course, I went with Dean because I offered both. And it was a big stepping stone. I decided that I wanted to go and get my master's degree. I had a cold hard conversation with my parents, and I said, if I stop school now, I'm not going to go back, and I'm being very serious about it. So I applied to Cambridge College for business management with a concentration in organizational leadership. I told them that here's my transcript. I'm going to do this program in 1 year, and we're going to make this happen. And I'm going to graduate with a 3.8 GPA. And they're like, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, we're going to make this happen. So I negotiated with them. I was like, here's my transcript with all these A's. I'm not repeating any classes. Did my program in 1 year. And I graduated with a 3.85 GPA. So technically an A-. I was very grateful for that. During those moments of my success, there were many obstacles that have occurred in my career. People saying I'm not attractive enough, not tall enough, not worthy. I got to bleach my skin to be perfect or fit this image. I have to be really thin to fit the mold that everyone wants me to fit in. And I remember watching Lizzo's show. I'm probably late to the show, but seeing all those dancers of different skin complexions, different sizes that are not the norm for traditional dance, feeling uplifted and showcasing their art, showing that they can run the world and be whatever that they choose to be. I want to challenge people here to take out their natural hair, take out the weaves, take out the tape-ins, clip-ins, wigs, male, female, gender neutral. I want you to look in the mirror and look at yourself and say that you're beautiful, you're handsome. Yell in that screen, in that mirror, and say, I am one with myself and I love myself for who I am and all my imperfections. Find an area that you don't like about yourself and love on that, whether it's your stomach, whether it's your thighs, whether it's your arms. Love yourself. And it was a journey that I had a testament for my own self. I've been through a lot of situations. I went to a hairdresser that did my hair for prom because she did a great job doing it. And I remember leaving there and I noticed that my hair was different. I have 3B hair, and I remember going to my cousin's house and she said, while she was doing my hair, she's like, your hair is like falling out. And I was like, no, I think it's just like, and after months went by, my hair was really breaking off from heat damage. She had damaged my scalp and I had to do protein treatments for a whole year. I remember sitting in my cousin's chair a year later and we're like, we're going to cut this from 16 inches in this area right here to about 6 inches. Do the chop like that. I almost teared, cut another 3 inches, and yeah, a lot of protein treatments and taking care of my hair and embracing what my hair is. And even at the barbershop, people question what my nationality is because my hair is not coarse. And I didn't understand what the big deal was between type 4 and type 3 hair was. And a guy had explained to me that when he applied for his corporate job, they told him that he had to cut off his dreads that he had for 10 years. And I was like, I would never work for a job that would tell me to take something that is important to me or makes my identity what it is. And we really had that conversation, like all the men in the barbershop, because, to me, I'm just like, I'm grateful for the hair that I have. I never felt like I was better than anyone. Even people with straight hair don't like having straight hair. People with curly hair don't always like having curly hair. There's perms, there's bleaching cream, there's all types of products to make us feel less than what we are. And we feel like we have to be something different that we're not. Be proud of who you are. And I think the biggest pivotal point of my career was when I got to document my grandmother, and I'm going to try not to be emotional about it. I have a tissue on the side, but being able to document my grandmother for 3 years, asking her, can I record you with a camera and hear your life story out? And she said, sure. Sorry. It was 3 years, recorded 80 hours, over 4 hours of footage, documenting her birthdays, holidays, everything that she wanted to talk about, and take out some parts that were sensitive towards her and share what she wanted to share. And BPerryFilms is an homage of her career. She went to every performance that I participated in. Same thing with grandma on my dad's side. And being able to be in their presence and just grow and putting that all out on the table. It took me 80 hours in only 2 weeks to put that film together. And I asked her what the true meaning of life meant to her. She said love, life, and dedication to her family. And that's what I wanted to showcase in her video. I created BPerryFilms because I felt like storytelling was definitely important. I went through so many traumas with different employers. One that I won't name because I still have good relations with. She, at this job, this lady fired all the Black people in the department for no reason. She later got fired 2 months later due to a hate crime. They tried to request us all back, but we all left because we didn't want to go through that again. The next job that I had, named Maximus LLC or Maximus Inc. I don't know what they want to identify as, but I went through so many traumatic experiences with them. I had anxiety attacks. I had back pains and all types of issues going on with my own life. And I thought I had to challenge them because they didn't pay me for 3 to 5 months. I didn't receive a paycheck until I had to take them to court. And I encourage people who go through those traumatic experiences, because you have to make a living for yourself. You have bills and other obligations, and your landlords and all your bill services communities don't care about that. They want to know, they just want you to just perform at your greatest. And I decided I can't no longer deal with this, and I had to leave. And I started BPerryFilms a little later than the date. My grandmother passed at age 100, which was a very traumatic experience for me because I was very close to her, but her legacy still lives on. And I thought, why not bring back storytelling into film, get rid of all the graphic effects and everything that doesn't mean anything, and started podcasting. I work with content creators, performing artists, and small businesses, helping them get exposure through film. And it has been a long journey. It has been a path that I can't believe that I'm even taking, that people are like subscribing and listening to what I have to say, and even showing my passion out to the other artists who are striving to have the same recognition as me and even greater. Sometimes you have to be a student before you're a teacher. And I always implement to people, you're not an artist until someone tells you you're an artist. You have to go above and beyond. You're going to be faced with different challenges that are outside of your comfort zone. You're going to be pushed. If you're not willing to advance yourself or listen to the tough criticism, these are just micro criticisms. Your weight, you already know what your size is. Your hair, you already know what it is. Embrace who you are. No one can take that away from you. Love yourself. And it was a challenge for me to look in the mirror sometimes and say, I love me for who I am, and not look at all the things that people have said to me negatively and all the experiences I had negatively. After I graduated from school, I went through a burnout for a whole year, anxiety attacks and everything. And I just promised myself that I would never try to tear people from their hopes and dreams and collaborate with people the best that I can. And I thought, why not create a course called the Artistic Creator Academy and give back to people who are looking to become artists, scholars, entrepreneurs, small business owners, and more, and showcase that it takes hard work and effort, and people don't want to listen to that. You have to manifest your dreams, make it possible. Like I said, I started at age 8 saying that I wanted to be a choreographer. My uncle told me, how are you going to be a choreographer if you can't even public speak in front of people and you're too shy and timid? And I proved that to this day. I'm getting in front of the camera. I'm doing speaking engagements. I have worked with brands such as Bossers Academy. I work with WeWork, Thinkific, which I'm running my course on. So many brands and so many. I just can't wait to see what this company will look like in the next year or two, or even a decade from now. I got to meet DMC from Run DMC, and I asked him a question. Where do you see art, and what do you think people should leave away with? And he said, create original stories. I think people focus too much on the likes and the subscribers and all the big numbers and all these different things. But if you're not true to yourself and staying consistent with yourself and saying, this is my story and not no one else's, not all Black people are struggling. Not all Black people are thugs. Not all of us are arrested or have a criminal record. There's very successful people. Not all white people are privileged. Not all white people live in a fancy house and home. They struggle too. And we need to see beyond color and different things, you know? There's like a lot that I want to say, but there's only so much time that I can say. But I want people to join me through the 4 stages of my business growing. Phase 1 was focusing on rebranding. I remember writing at the beginning of the year, the word was to start. And start, everyone's like, what does that mean? What are you going to do? For me, it meant that I'm going to start speaking up for myself, and I'm going to start making action happen. I'm not going to tell people what I'm going to do. I'm all about action. I'm going to write down all my goals and everything that I want to do, and I'm going to accomplish it on my terms. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be the day after, but it's going to get done. And I can't wait to turn 30, and I'm already writing out my 10-year plan, and hopefully everything, well, not hopefully, but will happen over the next decade. And I just encourage you to be true to yourself. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it, because you can. You're hearing it from me. You're hearing it from these motivational speakers. You're hearing it from your coaches and even your friends. And don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. I know a lot of us content creators, performing artists, and people who run their own companies or looking to run a business always talk about loneliness, but this is an opportunity for you to join a community of like-minded and support. Join the Artistic Creator Academy. Jenneifer will send you guys the link. Hopefully she's sending that right now.
Yes. No,
And also join the community called the Creator Space, which I own, and be around people who talk about their testimonies, their milestones, feeling free to ask questions, and being independent and working collaboratively. Because I know as an artist, I really struggled finding support, and I had to conquer the world on my own. And just be you, be authentically you. And creating your own narrative story is just implementing life and creating your own timeline.
Thank you so much, Bobby. Wow. I mean, your talk was just truly, truly inspiring. I loved everything that you said, and so many nuggets that you dropped, and so many gems, and really empowering. And everything that you said is truly just amazing. And we thank you for your time today, and for being who you are, and for being authentically real, and being courageous, being vulnerable and honest about your story, and coming out here today and just really empowering the masses. That was a phenomenal dynamic story, Bobby.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Yes. Thank you again, Bobby. We'll definitely make sure you drop your links in the chat.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bobby, for being here. And thank you for sharing your story. Very powerful message. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yes. And I just want to say, I know we, today's a Global Healing Motivational Summit. We really have dynamic speakers, and I wish that we had more time to truly highlight each and every speaker for all the gems, but we would be here until probably tomorrow.
That's true.
And we just want to say that we are so grateful for every speaker coming on. We know your value. We truly are so grateful for everybody who's here today. And I just want to give my heartfelt thanks to all of you, and just know that you are truly appreciated. So just understand that